Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. So today we are going to be doing some Etsy SEO research for t-shirts, and I have found that Etsy sellers really like to see actual SEO research in action rather than hearing all this, theory and blah, blah, blah. And so a couple things I wanted to talk about first. First off, I'm Tara. And I want to talk about kind of how I do SEO research for people, or for products that I'm selling or whatever's going on. But one, I start at like 40,000 feet, right? So you need to know kind of the neighborhood of what you're selling is in, and then you want to know the actual competitive products that you can use to help find SEO. And then you want to know the keywords to use specifically for your item, right? So it's kind of 40,000 feet and then a little bit closer and then a little bit closer. And so what I'm doing today is half showing you how to do SEO research and half Christmas shopping for my husband. So the t-shirt kind that we're going to research is a nerdy t-shirt. Okay, because my husband's a computer programmer and he is somebody who likes to wear t-shirts. He likes to have nerdy, funny things on his t-shirts because he's a dork. So let's first go, and we're going to first look at Google, and I'm going to start this, and this is when I'm doing just general brainstorming. I need to know what's going on in the industry, what's happening. Later on, I have a more specific worksheet that you would do for each of your listings, or each type of listing maybe. But for right now, when you start, I would start, and I do this for all my products that I'm going to sell. I think I know what's going on. So say and this is my famous thing I talk about, say I'm selling switch plate covers in my vintage store, right? And those are those things that go around your light switches, right? Switch plate covers. And I'm from Pennsylvania, and when I was starting out, I was like, and you may feel this way about t-shirts, like what else could I say about a t-shirt? When I was starting out, I always thought, well, gosh, there's no other thing to call it than a switch plate cover. And through research, come to find out that I guess people in Pennsylvania call it switch plate covers, but everybody else in the world calls them light switch covers. So that little thinking that I know what the world thinks other things are is something that as Etsy sellers, I think we fall into that trap. So we're going to start as if we have never heard of a t-shirt before, right? And we're going to do that. So you're going to have a lot, no matter what kind of t-shirt you sell, there's going to be a lot in here that's going to actually apply to you. And then it'll show you how to do research, because there's a million kinds of t-shirts, right? You got t-shirts for moms and babies and all different other things. So, but we're just going to start with t-shirts. So the first thing I do is I go to Google and I type in t-shirt. So Google is funny because they like it to be T space shirt, which in the internet isn't really a thing. But also t-shirts, all one word. And we want to know the plural, the multiple. We want to know if they're saying t-shirt or t-shirts, because I know that everybody will tell you that it doesn't matter in Google and it doesn't matter in Etsy. And I'm here to tell you that this is what I do. I do research all day long. And is it the same difference as the difference between t-shirt and T-E-E shirt? No, but there is a noticeable difference between the plural and the singular, and so we want to find out what it is. Okay, so we have t-shirt, they love that t-shirt. Okay, t-shirts. Now, what happens if we do just well, see, now you're seeing stuff that you already searched for, because I've already done a wee little bit of research for this. But so we're going to go t-shirts because that's what Google liked, right? And I use a plugin, and I'll put all these links in the description below. I use a plugin for my Google Chrome plugin called Keywords Everywhere. Just add it as an extension in your Chrome. And what Keywords Everywhere does is it pulls up related keywords based on the Google AdWords interface. So this is the most amazing plugin that you could have, because it saves you a ton of time. So now we're going to say they have t-shirts printing, t-shirts wholesale, t-shirts funny. So funny is a good one. So funny is a keyword that we're going to use, put on our list. Sorry, you're a little wiggly today. Put on our list so that we can start to start pulling keywords that we're going to use in our Etsy SEO, right? Vintage, nah. Cheap, nah. Custom. So there's a difference between custom and personalized, okay? In how people search things. Personalized means I think you're going to, you know, put Johnny's name on it or something like that. But custom is sometimes used by searchers in a way that we don't really understand. So let's see what happens if we do custom t-shirt. Okay, so custom t-shirts. So in t-shirt design, it appears that custom, they think you mean personalized. So we're going to take that off, because I don't want, you know, I'm just doing SEO as if I'm selling a simple design that I want people to buy. So I don't want custom in t-shirts. Okay, so that's good. Wholesale, funny, vintage. Now, if you're doing wholesale, people do look for wholesale if you'd like to sell multiples of your items. I know this is product development, but I can't help myself. Okay, custom t-shirt ideas, cool, graphic t-shirts I know is a thing, graphic. Cheap, nope, oversized. Okay, so it is easy to, I used Printify, and I did a blog post and a number of videos for Printify on how, because they hook to Etsy for how to do your t-shirt fulfillment. So I'll put that in there. But when I was doing that, I noticed that it was super easy to include extra large, 3X. So most t-shirts go up to 2X, and then they roll over, and then everything over that's considered oversized. My husband's 6'6". He wears a 3X so that he can get him long enough, and has a little bit of a tummy. So that's something that I would definitely look for. So we're going to keep oversized there, especially if you're offering them in those larger sizes, which is super easy to do. I know with Printify, I don't know with the other t-shirt manufacturing companies, but it's pretty easy. Okay, cool. Cool is a neat word, and let's see what cool looks like. So we got funny, cool, graphic t-shirts, so we need cool in here. So we're just building our list. Right now, we're just way up in the stratosphere, just trying to figure out what are going to be good ones. Fashion, I don't think fashion. I'm not going to use fashion. You can't make me. Fitted t-shirt, that is funny. Okay, Redbubble, they show up a lot in t-shirt manufacturing, so we're going to put them over here. There we go. Okay, men's fashion t-shirts, Okay, so I'm not, like, I've kind of done what I want there. I know cotton t-shirts are important. Like, I like cotton t-shirts. So as a searcher, so now let's talk about Etsy specifically. And as buyers, primarily the buyers are on Etsy, are women, right? So it's going to be a way different selling experience. If this is your first time coming to Etsy, you have to kind of do it, your SEO and your search based on how women are going to be searching. I don't think men care as much about the composition of the shirts, where women may be like, oh, I like my shirts to be cotton. So I wouldn't put it in my title. I might, maybe if it's 100% cotton or something like that, but definitely in your tags, right? And I'm gonna show you how to put these in a tag. So we're gonna do the whole thing. We're here for get yourself a cup of coffee. We're here to do the whole thing. All right, so now I want to find out though, because remember, I wanted a nerd t-shirt. So see, this is it. So nerd t-shirt is on Google, 320 searches a month, and nerdy t-shirts is 2,900 a month. So I would definitely have nerdy, right, is our number one. And then nerd is going to be down here so I don't forget it. That's probably going to go into our tags, but, you know, going to do that. Now, the thing that you want to remember about Etsy and about Google and about other things is they're not extrapolating yet, right? So we're not finding out that any other way to do it other than strictly if you start with nerd and then we're getting the things. So we want to think about that. So nerd t-shirts. So let's see what happens if we do this. Nerd t-shirts. Kind of where to get them. No good nummies in here. And I think that Google isn't our best place to search this. It could be once we got there, because you can do a search, right? Like you have a little information about your industry already. Like I know also I can search for geek t-shirts, right? Geek t-shirts, geeky science shirts. Okay, so this is funny. Remember, nerd was the right one. Nerdy was the right one, not nerd. Now here, geek is 2,400 and geeky is less. So we would say geek and then have geeky down here, right? So these are going to be kind of in order of what we think are important. All right, so Google isn't our best one. Sometimes Google is amazing, but I think just the world of t-shirts is so huge that it's hard to get there. So now what you want to do is you want to go to Teespring, which is a t-shirt selling shop. You can go to any of them. We're going to go to lots of different places and try to figure things out. So now we want to look at high level. Are they doing anything that's going to be, because this is a selling site, right? You want to look at selling sites rather than just searching sites. Like Google's awesome for searching, but we want to know about the selling. So we have artistic beer, funny again. It came up again. People love funny. Hipster, hobbies, holiday, LGBT, leggings, names, patriotic. Oh, they don't have my nerdy ones. All right, so let's go to apparel and see what happens. I haven't searched here. So now we have those same. So let's look at these. Patriotic cause, hobby, leggings. So now we're getting there. Okay, so now let's go to funny, because we're seeing funny all over the place. People like the funny t-shirts. And let's see if we find any more, like, here we go, extra tags. Hipster jobs. Interesting, because his geekiness is related to his job. I would never have thought of that. Apparel, hobbies, leggings, holiday. Okay, now let's do something. So we said nerdy was the best. Oh, and they say nerd and nerds, so they don't like nerdy. So we have to come down here and get nerds, because we need the plural. This is going to be really, really important to have all those different iterations. We're going to put them in the tags where it doesn't matter. We have lots of room. So we're going to do nerd, because this site likes the term nerd the most. Okay, so do we have those little categories down here? We do not have those categories. We just have different kinds of t-shirts. So this isn't helping us too much. Now we can get, now we can start to collect some other, computer, nerd, engineer, right? So you don't want to lose these. I mean, they're good, good little things. Nerd. Do we have science? When I was messing around earlier, I found science. Nerd. Okay, so we're getting that. Okay, so this isn't a great site for searching. T-shirts are hard to sell, right? We're going to have to do some work. Okay, so we have men's t-shirts. I'm not seeing, oh, here's collections. Let's see if we can find, nope, we're not finding anything good. So we're going to go to men's t-shirts. Don't get nervous. We're going to figure it out. You don't got to worry about this. Okay, so now we have all different kinds of stuff. I don't want to sign up. All right, can we search in this site? Men's tees. We're going to say nerd again. Okay. Debugging, IT. Okay, so IT is a thing. I know it looks like it, but the nerds will get it. Debugging, element of surprise, science, there's science. Okay, so let's see what happens. If we do, see, I think I want more of an IT than a science, right? So then you want to kind of see, are there any tags that we can find on this? Aha! There we go. God bless America. Okay, so we have computer geek, computers. So we have computer and computers. And then, oh, dork. I think my husband would like that, but we'll do dork. Engineer, geek, tech support. So he wouldn't really be tech support, but we could do tech and support. Oh, we're starting to have a lot of words. Okay, service desk learner, programming. I think programming's important. Where was our programmer? Did I lose programmer? Programmer. Programming, right? Computers, humor. So now we have funny and we have humor. All right. Sheldon, that's that guy. Technology. So tech support got us tech and technology because they'll break it up, or tech and tech support, but we need technology because we're collecting words right now, right? Humorous, funny geeks, geek humor, techie, technician. Okay, and then what's this? All product tags, IT professional. Remember we had jobs too? This is weird. Okay, but ours is not to reason why. We're just trying to figure out how the consumers and how the humans and the computers all figure out how to buy something. Okay, so this is really good. Excellent. So I love this. We're done with, that was Redbubble. Okay, so research. Redbubble, good tags at the bottom. Now, it's taking a lot longer than it normally would. I would usually be able to go through this in about, let's say 10 minutes at the top. So I would be coming here, blowing down this, and this is for a whole category of t-shirts on your website. So this isn't crazy talk as far as time. We're chit-chatting a lot, but you know, you don't have to chit-chat that much. Okay, so now let's see what happens if we do t-shirts here. T-shirt dress, men, women. Okay, so if you were doing it, that was interesting. We'll have to go back to that. But if you were doing it for men, you want men, right? And you maybe want men's, right? Depending on how people do it. But look what happened here. Oh, I saw sayings. T-shirt men. Sayings. T-shirt with sayings. Now, I think that's a big one. Because I do think that around what I've seen from doing research, that people look for t-shirts with sayings on them. Like they do a search for t-shirts, they get the plain t-shirts, and then they're like, no, I want them with sayings on them, right? So we're going to say t-shirt nerd. We're going to get back here. Nerdy periodically, life, nerd life. I don't know. I like to search the trademark search because I don't want to have a t-shirt or be advertising a t-shirt that could be problematic for me. Okay, so I'm going to do nerd life. So Nerd's Life is trademarked, but it doesn't look like Nerd Life is. So like Mom Life is trademarked. If you do a search for Mom Life, you're going to get, and she cares. She defends her trademark a lot. So Mom Life likes her trademark. So you just need to know that. It's always worth it. This is the test search. Let's make sure this works. There you go. Okay. Trademark search. Sorry about that. I have a big old sneeze. Didn't think you needed to hear that. All right, so all this will be down in the description if you want to find any of these things. So we're good. We're going to do, you know, we got the life. I don't know, you know, we don't know what kind of t-shirt it is yet, but it's, if we said Nerd Life, we wouldn't be out of line. And did I write it down? I don't think I wrote it down. I know you're over there yelling, you didn't write it down. Okay. So now we want to be over here looking for keywords, right? Because we're not really doing so much product development, which we would be looking at it and be like, okay, what should we be making? We want to be looking at, until I pick out a t-shirt that I'm going to buy for my husband. So this is more sciencey. Sleeves are for nerds. My son and my husband eschew sleeves, so that would be a good one for them. Come already cut off. Oh, that's cute. I'm thinking. So that's the nerd computer. Okay. So I'm maybe nerd programmer techie. Oh, techie. We don't have techie. We had tech. Okay, so techie. Blah, 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 blah. Anything else? Also viewed coding. Coding is a nerdy thing. Coding. And don't forget, even if it isn't exactly right for your item, you have so many words between your title and your tags that you can slip in some other words that are relevant. Like, I just want to buy a nerdy t-shirt for my husband. If it had coding on this, I would be like, oh, okay, it's coding. It's, you know, you need to be able to extrapolate. Are they, when they say youngsters, do they mean teenagers? Do they mean toddlers, right? So you have to have kind of almost a broader funnel for people who are buying t-shirts, because they're way more, you know, they're just sometimes just searching for a concept rather than a particular t-shirt, okay? So this will work with anything. Say we were doing t-shirts for moms, right? T-shirt, oh, Mom Life. We'll just do mom. I'm afraid of them. I'm so afraid of the Mom Life lady. Okay, so mom t-shirts. So here you would have women, women's, mom, Mama Bear. You would have all kinds of floral seasons. Like, so you get all different things when you're doing it with, oh, so this is the season. The reason why this is happening is because it's football season. My son plays lacrosse, so I get a lacrosse mom t-shirt, right? So you have to know your seasons too. So anyways, so I'm okay. I feel like we're getting a lot of keywords. So many times Etsy sellers will come to me and they're like, well, I'm selling a geek t-shirt. I have no idea what keywords to use. We have 25, right? And we haven't even gotten anywhere. So now we're going to say t-shirts, t-shirt, just, and this is Pinterest. So we have t-shirt, DIY men's with sayings. See, this is what I'm saying. It's a thing. Southern funny design. And this goes from, they say, most popular to least popular. So here's oversized again. So if you sell it in a larger size, you're going to want to list that. Christian mom, fall teacher, college, cool again. We've seen cool again. Pattern men's, trendy. Ooh, trendy. I don't know if geek shirts are trendy, but trendy is a word I would note down. Plain, black, summer. Not getting anything there. So I'm going to say nerd now, right? Nerd t-shirt. Okay. Nerd and geek I feel are interchangeable. My husband does not feel they're interchangeable. So I think it's important that you know, if you're on Pinterest, it's important that you use the kind of right vernacular, or have two of your you know, same t-shirt, two different SEO listings on Pinterest where you pin it from your store. But that having been said, you know, it's important to know what these are. So now we have awesome. Ooh, awesome's new. See, those are adjectives. I like my adjectives. People look for adjectives. Okay, so bacon, we're up here. Tease, see, we didn't get tease yet, but tease is a thing. I knew about that one. I was just sandbagging. We're going to do t-shirt too, right? Because I've done a lot of research for t-shirts. There's just ways to say it. Okay, so life, tank top, truths, hilarious, even more so than funny. My daughter says hilarious. Okay, let's look at geeks. T-shirt nerd geek. Okay, so now we lost those little over-the-top things, right? And now I would have to really start digging into these. So what I'm going to do is, instead of t-shirt nerd geek, because geek seemed so important, I'm going to say geek and see if I find any more. Okay, nerd, nerdy, fandom. Okay, so now let's talk just for a wee bit about fandom and copyright, because that's how I roll. So we saw all those Sheldons. The nerdy thing with Sheldon is for How I Met Your Mother or something like that, or one of those TV I don't really watch TV. So it was for a TV show. You're going to wind up violating copyright if you do that. If you do, you know, a t-shirt with Neil deGrasse Tyson, he may not come after you for science, but you're also using his notoriety to do it. So I always recommend that you, like, fandom to me is copyright, trademark, problems, just there's 1,000 other things you could make. Okay, so geek thoughts. Geek thoughts? Oh, we got to look. We got to see what the geek thoughts are. Oh, I love that. Okay. I don't think geek thoughts were where I was going. Okay, funny, awesome, look, tank top, life, people, life again, there we go. Friends, doctor, Sherlock on the BBC, trademark problems, website quotes. Okay, so I think we're doing really good. We wound up with a ton of them. Now we're going to head over to Etsy, because this is where the rubber meets the road. We really need to know what's going on and what's going to happen on Etsy. Now, this is also where I would switch over to, I have a worksheet that I made where I'm going to do all kinds of research. What's the top price? What's the middle price? What's the premium price? What materials are they using? You can get this all from looking at the listings, or you can I use a site called Marmalead. You'll see me use it in a minute. But so you're going to want to switch over. We were at 40,000 feet. Now we're going to go with just our item, right? So let's get back here. I'll put a link to this worksheet. It has a video that walks you through it too. Let's see, SEO worksheet. I'll put a link to it. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to say, how do they say t-shirt? Right? So how do they say, so it's right there, t-shirt, and the number per month is still from Google, so that's not really what Etsy does. But so we're going to go with, we're calling this thing primarily a t-shirt, right? Not a t-shirt, tees, blah, blah. So we're going to go with t-shirt because that's right in the top of Etsy. So now we're going to go t-shirt, and we're going to say women with sayings. I'm telling you, with sayings is the thing. Get it in there. Men. So I want t-shirt men. Oh, darn it. Let's go back. No. Let's do t-shirt because I want the little things at the top, right? Those are always good. Okay, so custom t-shirt is our personalized, t-shirt vintage, funny t-shirt, hipster, graphic artist, Gucci, Mickey sweatshirts, not us. Okay, so now we're going to do t-shirt nerdy. So nerdy is it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so now we have fun, science, gaming. All right. Ooh, that's cute. I've goat this. They love goat. It's greatest of all times. You gotta have a nerd to understand this. This is why I always think that people should make t-shirts around things that they either know or their family knows, so you know all the dorky things and what people would like. So so you could totally do this. Don't click on any of these that say ads, because that's mean. You're going to get them charged for an ad. So go to the second row. So this is t-shirt nerdy. It looks like there's a thing. Okay. What happens if I do t-shirt nerdy? Nothing. Okay. T-shirt nerdy. So add. Ignore those. So we're going to be going over here and we're going to come down to the bottom and we're going to see it is trending t-shirt. Oh, that's interesting. That's a tag. That's not a designation. Excuse me. 1 second. Salmon. Sorry, dogs. That's not a designation from Etsy. They just put that in there. And they did that because if you do trending t-shirt, they'll come up. See, it's a thing. People are looking for the trending t-shirts thinking they're going to get trending t-shirts. Now, 12,000 people had that same idea, but it could be fun. We could put it down here. You could do trending. You could do best, popular. Best, popular. With t-shirts, you got to do everything you can because there are, look, we're fighting with, oops. $2 million results, right? So we have to go wide with our t-shirt stuff, but then go really specific and make sure that if somebody is searching for something for their like specific item, like a nerdy t-shirt. So if I was going to search, I would do nerdy t-shirt. Okay. And then we have almost 6,000 t-shirts. So you really want to do as much as you can. Okay, so, oh, these are ads, top row ads, always. I'm like, no, don't click on that. Okay, Rise Up is not a nerdy t-shirt. Reading, sort of. So to me, this is the very first one. Oh, beer and nerdy. Okay. So you can have it women's, men's. I don't love when they have women's and men's together. T-shirt size. Do they have? See, people are going to buy. I don't think a woman is going to be looking at this and be purchasing it. So just from a technical standpoint, I would have another listing with women's t-shirts. I think everything you do that is confusing, like I went, oh, it's a woman's t-shirt. Now that having been said, they're selling a lot because they're on the top of the search, so they should be doing pretty well, or they just listed it, right? So there's a couple ways that happens. Second breakfast, yay! Now, this is a really good example of trademarks and not necessarily getting in super amount of trouble for it. So this is Second Breakfast, fantasy novel, nerdy gift, funny t-shirt. Do they have it anywhere? Because they have Hobbit, but this is Tolkien. So they've hidden it down here, Lord of the Rings. I don't know. It would make me nervous. But at least it's not blatant on the front end of it. Okay, nerdy by nature, all of this. So you could just keep going through this. You're going to look at this. Like you're going to see what kind of things at the bottom they have here. Nerdy Hobbit tee, nerdy shirt, nerdy t-shirt, geeky shirt, right? So you have that. I use a program called Marmalead. I'll put it in here. And so we can do our research much more easily, right? And I'm going to do comparison. So I don't like to guess things, and we're going to make a listing. So this is my shop. It doesn't have anything in it. I have 2 other shops that have things in it, but I don't have anything in this shop. People come to it. I don't know why. I think maybe they search. I guess I could look, but okay. So we have this much room to make this. So we are going to say T-shirt is going to, we can start our first thing. Okay. So we're going to say, and check in Marmalade. And what Marmalade does is it's using the data from actual searches made, and it'll tell us how many searches made and what the competition is. So we're going to search T-shirt, search T-shirt. We're going to search T-shirts, right? And then we're going to say tees. Okay. And then we want to see what the search volume is. So the reason, and this is going to be funny, whenever I do this, it always makes me smile because people will say, well, like T-shirt, there's only 3,000 people searching per month for Etsy for T-shirt. Well, that's because everybody searched for kind of T-shirt. You're not just going to Etsy and doing a search like, oh, I wish I could find some kind of T-shirt. You're going to Etsy to find a men's T-shirt or a women's T-shirt or a kid's T-shirt or a mom's T-shirt. So the numbers for the more specific T-shirt, so tees is not it. Tees, we're moving way down here by our extra ones if we got time. So T-shirt is T-shirt, right, is definitely the winner. So not T-shirts, T-shirt, because then it drops precipitously. And then T-shirt is towards the end. Okay, so we're going to put these in order so I don't forget. And that stupid, I don't even know if that's a thing. Watch it be so popular. It just makes me mad. Because what they're doing is they're getting shirt, right? If you don't have the T there, then you're getting shirt. And I think that's a wasted, like there's all kinds of shirts in the world. You want people who are looking for T-shirts. And this is slow when I do it without you guys running the video recorder and hogging all the stuff. It goes faster. So let's do this. Let's pick a T-shirt. Sorry, my site comes up. So I'm going to pick a shirt, nerdy T-shirt. All right. I don't like that one because it is nerdy by nature. That's not. Aw, talk nerdy to me. That's so cute. We're going to do this one. Okay. So maybe it's more of a woman's shirt. Let's look for my poor husband. I'd bought them that and he'd be like, thanks, dear. Funny, right? So we know dinosaur, nerds, T-Rex, geeky. Okay. So this is excellent. So now we have, oh, T-shirt. I hate when that happens. So I always check. So T-shirt is staying there. Fine. Okay, so now we need to figure out nerdy, geeky, nerds, geek. Well, we're going to have to do more than one. And geeky. Right? We need to find out what is actually being searched for on Etsy. Not that we're not going to use those words, but we need to make sure nerds ain't looking too good. Okay. Geek is good. So we have T-shirt, men's, right? Because we got to have the men's in there. And then we have dinosaur. And then we have T-Rex. We're going to have to check T-Rex. Nerd. So it is geek. Great. So it is geek and geeky and nerd Geek and nerd. So singular here. Geek, nerd. So down here we have to have our geeks, nerds, nerdy, geeky, right? Okay. So we got those guys coming out. Those are out. We've done t-shirt. T-shirt, yep. T-shirt we've done. So this is functionally what it is, right? We haven't done any, we could physically look at this item and go, it's a dinosaur, men's t-shirt, geeky. Let's do T-Rex. I don't know how T-Rex is going to be. Is it going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be T-Rex, but is it T-Rex? Is it T-Space Rex, right? I just like to check them, especially on something that's, so I sell vintage things, and I can't do this much research on every vintage item. I do researches on the categories. Wow. Why is T-Rex like that? Let's see what happens. What we get. Do we get dinosaurs? Because to me that seems silly. And you can just check, right? Like, what is it showing? It's T-Space Rex. Okay. Okay. So we need T-Rex. I'm sneaking T-Rex down here because that's how I would spell it. But this is why you want to check the things, right? Okay, so dinosaur men's t-shirt. Geek nerd. T-Rex. That's their product number. Okay, so now we need to go over here to our funny humor. So we're going to get this, guys, because those are really big. We have men's. We got our weird t-shirt. We have still men left. Graphic. Now, I'm cheating. You'll see later. I'm trying to make these little ones so that they'll also go into the tags and make it easy for me because I'm lazy. But we'll work on that. Okay, so we have graphic. We have cool is another adjective, so let's get cool in here. Cool, funny. Okay. Now, because Christmas is coming, I will do... Christmas is coming in like 4 months. I'm a Christmas nerd. So we want gift, gifts, present, and presents. And to see which we want to have, because I want to have gift for and we're going on 45 minutes. So I'll tell you some of the things. Gift is always better than gifts, and they always kill presents. Okay, I've done this research a lot. So we're going to say gift, singular, for dad, husband, father, right? Because we want to catch all those people. You could do other ones are boyfriend, grandpa, you know, things like that. Those could be more down in the thing. Okay. Then I would go to what it is. Oversized cotton. Ooh, we need sayings in there. So let's get one of our other weird ones. T-shirt sayings, right? Now we have 12 left. Okay. So we have dork. Ooh, dark and dorky. Let's do it. We'll just take a couple seconds. We need to know whether it's dork or dorky, right? I always think, I guess I always go with the E version. This is why we check. I don't think this is really IT, science, engineers, computer. I think I've kind of trended into, oh. But I do think that this would then be science, right? More on the science. And I'm glad I went over by one, so I'll just take out the last comma. Like I just take out commas from the end and go that way. All right. So it is dork. Yay. Do we have room for dork? We have room for dork. Okay, so now what I do is I copy this and I come down here to my tags and I paste it in and I see if any of them will come out, and they won't because there's too many. We have too many characters. So then you got to kind of come in here and then we'll say dinosaur, and I'm going to move T-Rex over here. T-Rex, and I'm going to see if T-Rex also will fit in there. And then if you put a comma, it'll just pull. Okay, good. So I got all these. Now, let's talk about how tags work in Etsy. I have heard so many people saying you need them in exact order. You need them to match exactly. You need to, no, you just want to stuff the tags, as many different words you can find in those tags, because humans aren't reading it. Only computers are reading it. You can't get found gift for boyfriend if boyfriend isn't in there. If it's not in your words, Etsy does not extrapolate it for it. So we're going to say men's t-shirt, and then what else do we have? We have men's, that weird t-shirt. Will that fit? Okay. And then I have geek, nerd, dork, right? That I'm going to put in there. We already did our research on that. Excellent. So we have cool, funny, humor. Will that go? Yay, cool, funny, humor. Graphic, gift for, that's fine. We're just trying to get those words in there. Okay, so we have dad, husband, father, oversized cotton. We already had dork. And I got shirt with this t-shirt, so I could say T, oversized cotton. You can't do 100%. It won't take the characters, but we could do that. Okay, so let's do that. And so now I have the other weird ones that we didn't use. Okay, so I would do trending best popular. Too long. I would actually do best popular. I maybe even try bestseller. We're right on the edge of how many characters you can use. I think you can use 20 characters. I don't know. Okay, so now we need our plurals. So we want geeks, right? Because we already have geek, nerd, dork. We want geeks, nerds, dorks. Perfect. And then we need the Y's. So geeky, dorky, and nerdy. Okay. We have 2 left. So I would put the name of my site, of my store. The reason being is because Google search for stores is terrible. And you want to have, if you advertise your store, people know to come for you for your store. I could also put Tara Jacobson because people know me by my name. Your name might not be popular, but I wouldn't put my store name and my person name. I would do it in different things. Okay, I have trendy and awesome. So I have a couple more I can use. Trendy, awesome. What else do we got? Plain men. Do we already have men's? I would probably do men. There we go. All 13 used. So we came in under an hour. God bless us. And that's, you know, honestly, if you're going to be doing your SEO for the first time on Etsy, for like a category, would I do this much for you know, if I made a the nerdy glasses one. Well, I've got 90% of it done. I would have huge list of keywords. I would have my worksheet done where I had done all the research to check, you know, what are the high level category words, you know, what are the top 10 tags that people are using, because you can search for that. You know, who searches, so who is the dad, the grandpa, the, you know, maybe grandpas never get nerdy t-shirts. Like there just aren't that many searches for nerdy grandpa t-shirts. Maybe it's more dads, husbands, boyfriends. Those are the things that you can kind of get that overall. You have your paper sitting there with them. And then when you're doing an individual t-shirt, then you can really optimize for that t-shirt, which is going to lead you to the next question, which is going to be our final question because I'm running out of time here. Do you repeat these same keywords on every post, on every listing? Absolutely not. I would have one that was like, this is dinosaur, men's, geeks, humor. I would have another one that was, you know, oversized cotton nerdy t-shirt. I would have all different ones. And the nice thing about doing t-shirts that, because you could be a t-shirt designer, then I would rely on having really cool, unique, high quality products, and I would use those words. If you're using a t-shirt fulfillment house like Printify, then it doesn't matter how many listings you have, because you can have, you know, like, remember I was saying that one where they had a men's and a women's, and I wouldn't cross the streams like that. I would have different SEOs for the same design, but targeting different people. And then last but not least, you know, one of the things that you may want to have in here that we didn't really touch on, but that you would notice eventually, are, you know, what colors are you having the t-shirt? If you find out that black is a really good color, you would maybe want to have these guys in gray, red, blue, purple, orange. And then you may want to have just a really black t-shirt, black nerdy t-shirt. You may find that that could be a really top seller if people are looking for a black t-shirt to buy for their nerds, because I have one and he likes black t-shirts. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. And if you like Etsy videos like this, please make sure to subscribe. I will make more if you do a different kind of product and you would like me to do a video about it. Please leave a comment below. That's where I get all the ideas for my video. I had a lot of people asking for t-shirts because it's popular. And if you like just generally t-shirts like, or videos like this about Etsy and marketing in general, make sure to hit subscribe. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.